I was just going for my morning walk on the beach and stumbled across something weird. This is like one of those things you see when people claim that they found aliens.
A lot of people are talking about this, a lot of people. When you see what you think is a dead seal, you get closer only to realize that's not what it is at all.
What is it?
We saw a bunch of people huddled around. We didn't even know what they were huddled around, so we walked over to see what it was, and we saw this dead animal.
When they say prehistoric, it certainly looks like it's something out of the deep.
Thriving in the vast depths of the ocean for a long time, these enigmatic creatures have now decided to announce their presence.
My God, look at the size of the thing.
From spine-tingling encounters to bewildering discoveries.
What is it?
Hold on for the countless instances when these creatures washed up on beaches and shocked everyone.
What the heck is this?
My God, look at the size of the thing.
Oh my gosh!
A fish that is rarely seen by human eyes has been pulled ashore by a California marine instructor. It was an oarfish found in temperate to tropical waters and usually lives about 1 kilometer beneath the ocean's surface, making it rarely seen by humans. One rare feature of it is its strikingly elongated body, which can reach lengths of up to 11 meters or more.
Oh wow, that's so hard muscles.
This makes it one of the longest known bony fish in the ocean. It typically comes closer to the surface only towards the end of their lives. That's why the onlookers were confused and struggled to identify it. Mermaid carcass. Never approach an unknown creature alone. You never know what it might do, right? But you can't tell it to these people, who instantly approached the strange carcass. These friends came across something strange and began observing it. They thought it might be a decomposing mermaid due to its scary long hands and damaged face. They decided to poke it with a stick to get a closer look, but this turned out to be their biggest mistake, and it moved its hands. Not sure what to do, the group ran to save their lives, and nothing much about the moving carcass was revealed. Well, I believe it was a mermaid. Let me know what you guys think. Sea monster. A group of quad bikers spotted a massive carcass on the beach. But size wasn't the only strange thing. Its wide open jaw was what shocked people, and they called it a prehistoric dinosaur. Its tail was long, and the entire body didn't resemble any normal marine animal. They thought it resembled a Liopleurodon. It was a huge marine reptile from the Jurassic period, known for its powerful swimming abilities and fearsome predatory nature. It had a long, streamlined body, sharp teeth, and could reach lengths of up to 6 meters or more. They felt that these creatures might still be living somewhere in the sea, and it made them realize how many mysteries the sea holds. Creepy creature. The video was uploaded from an unknown source to social media and quickly went viral. It showed a creepy creature moving in a weird way, with no head, hands, or proper body, just sticky legs propelling it forward. As it became viral, people started giving different opinions. While the majority believe it was a byproduct of some extremely wrong science experiment, there was a group that resembled it with a placenta, and they named it zombie placenta. So which side are you on? Let me know in the comments below. Weird dugong. A group of people spotted a strange animal's body by the seaside. They were curious, so they all gathered together and after a bit of struggle brought it onto the beach. Its body was like that of a mermaid, but its face was not what one would expect from a typical mermaid. It was scary, lacking ears and eyes, and had big human-like teeth. Some people there believed in a mermaid or a sea monster, but later authorities confirmed that it was actually a dugong, a big sea animal that lives near the shores of the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans. It looks a bit like a manatee, but had a longer snout and tail. It didn't look like a normal dugong from anywhere. So that's why everyone was confused. Creepy carcass. It's not necessary for all discoveries to be made by humans. Some discoveries can also be made by dogs. The man came to the beach to walk with his dog when suddenly his dog started barking and forcefully pulled its leash to run towards a certain spot, as if it had seen something unusual. The man chased after it and discovered that the dog was barking at scary remains.
My God!
He was shocked to see this creature with such a scary face and a long tail, resembling a sea monster. He sensed that if his dog had come here in such an unusual way, then it must be some kind of sea monster. He didn't stay there for long and left quickly.
I've never seen anything like this. Never!
Alien baby. A fisherman threw his fishing net into the water and felt something big was caught in the net. It was a baby alien-like figure trapped in the net. Thinking that it might have lost its life from being caught in the net, the man tried to help it. Surprisingly, it began moving. It slightly lifted its head and rested again. Even though the authorities took the creature in custody, they never revealed anything about it, which made them believe it was an alien. Mysterious skeleton. These students claim that they discovered a scary mermaid-like figure on the beach of Karabağ, Sahili in Turkey. The skeleton was unusual, had a long tail and had horns on its face and head, with jaws that were particularly scary. They cleaned it thoroughly and shared a video online, which led to various opinions from people. Some said it was an artificial model, while others believed that they had heard many stories about scary mermaid-like monsters and thought this one was real. Unidentified creature. This mysterious sea creature was sparking panic among people who feared it as a sign of an impending natural disaster. It was washed up on a beach in the Philippines. Onlookers flocked to the scene to see the carcass. The huge hairy blob, believed to be around 6 meters long, surfaced in Oriental Mindoro province. Marine workers later arrived to take samples of the unidentified creature, which according to them was smelling awful and like something from another planet. The appearance of it on the beach caused a lot of worry among the local people. They were unsure what it was and wondered where it came from and what it could mean for their area. Decomposing creature. This looks like a creature from nightmares. Washed ashore on a Mexican beach, the video was uploaded by the beachgoer who spotted it.
Animal raro, quién sabe qué será.
Its face couldn't be identified at all. It had 2 horns on its head, some strange horn-like features on its body, and a long tail. It looked like some kind of devil. He couldn't figure out what it was, but he felt like it might be an otherworldly creature from the depths of the sea that had been badly injured by a big sea animal and had washed ashore after losing its life. Monster washed ashore. This incident occurred on the Florida coastline, where hundreds of fish washed ashore, with none of them surviving. Among them was a huge Goliath grouper, which was a rare occurrence. Experts believe it could be due to different reasons. Sometimes natural events like changes in ocean currents, pollution from things like chemicals, or waste entering the water can also harm fish and result in them washing up on shore.
It's kind of alarming to see that many dead fish on shore and coming ashore.
Disease outbreaks among fish populations can spread quickly and lead to mass incidents. To determine the exact cause of a fish incident, experts need to investigate the water quality, weather conditions, and other factors affecting the area's ecosystem. Strange carcass. During a hike at Land's End in San Francisco, a hiker came across a decaying carcass that appeared to be a dolphin.
I stumbled across what I thought was a dolphin.
Still not sure about its identity, the guy decided to record a video. He uploaded it on the internet, and that's when he got to know that it was actually a carcass of harbor porpoise. And you know what? Harbor porpoise is one of the 8 extinct species of porpoise. Therefore, the guy let it stay there and asked the authorities to examine the extinct species carcass. Crab Island. The red crab migration is the biggest tourist attraction on Christmas Island, attracting nature lovers from around the world. It begins with the first rainfall of the wet season, typically occurring in October or November, although it can be as late as December or January.
November, the moon is in its third quarter, and in a few hours from now, 1,000 million lives will be launched.
During this time, crabs from across the island simultaneously leave their habitats and begin marching towards the sea. Male crabs take the lead in the migration, with females joining them along the way. There are estimated to be around 50 to 60 million red crabs inhabiting the island. Octopus special skill. The octopus is a smart animal that can figure out how to navigate obstacles, and this video proves it. This octopus accidentally got inside a boat and smartly found his way out through a small hole near the boat, where it managed to squeeze out and return back into the water.
Watch him when he hits the water. He'll turn, yeah, he's going, man. He's going for it. Oh, man. Look at him. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. He's going. He's going. Wow. Wow.
It was made because it has a soft, flexible body without bones. Additionally, its beak is the hardest part of its body and is relatively small compared to the rest of its body. If the beak can fit through a small opening, the rest of the octopus's body, which is even softer and more flexible, can often follow suit.
He's realizing he's in the water.
Thousands of starfish. In 2018, a lot of sea creatures like starfish and crabs washed up on the beaches in Ramsgate, UK, after cold weather and strong storms. This happened because the freezing temperatures and strong winds can disturb the homes of these marine animals underwater. The cold weather and rough waves likely caused these creatures to get swept up and brought onto the shore. People who saw thousands of starfish and crabs wash up there were surprised and worried.
Take a look at this, all the way along, absolutely thousands of starfish.
People realized how weather can affect marine life and how important it is to protect coastal areas.
It's literally always after we've had stormy weather and rough seas.
Alien fish. In 2022 in Australia, a man was jogging on Sydney Beach early in the morning when he spotted a strange sea creature. He approached to have a closer look and was shocked because it was nearly a meter long, had lips that looked like a human's, and skin similar to a shark's.
Google says it might be a horn shark.
A horn shark?
Maybe a very young one.
Before this, the man had never seen anything like it, and he couldn't identify what it was. He felt like this might be the result of an experiment by scientists on marine animals. Unusual jellyfish. A captivating video showcasing an enigmatic jellyfish has piqued the interest of researchers. Filmed by Dorian, a professional diver near Caving in Papua New Guinea's New Ireland province, the footage has excited the scientific community. Its strangely printed body has got even the researchers thinking. Marine biologist Dr. Lisa Ann Gershwin was taken aback, suggesting the possibility of a newfound species due to its unique appearance. However, another animal expert from James Cook University speculated that it could be the rarely seen Credoctis mulcatus. This species was initially discovered off the coast of far north Queensland and has only been documented once before. Creepy whale. Imagine strolling along the beach, catching some rays, when suddenly you spot it, a whale like no other. At first glance, it's a blazing red-looking red devil. This is what the beachgoers thought too, but as they move closer, they realize that crimson hue isn't the whale's true color. It's thousands of tiny lights. These little bugs are like tiny cleaners for the whale. They live on its skin and eat up algae. And once it washes ashore, it's like a whale buffet for these tiny creatures. Strange carcass. This is definitely one of the strangest carcasses ever washed ashore on the beach. An explorer came to the beach to take a break and was totally shocked to see this creepy carcass there. It was difficult to identify what exactly it was because its face looked like a bear's and the legs were surely of a tarantula. He didn't approach it but observed it from a distance. He thought it was surely an experiment by scientists on animals. According to some people, when crossbreeding experiment fails, they throw them into the sea so that no one will find it. But this one washed ashore and ended up in the hands of the people. Strange black creature. A fisherman who was preparing to fish noticed this unusual creature swimming right behind his boat.
Don't know what it is.
It's called a mottled sea hare, a sea animal that lives in oceans worldwide, even in places like Paraguay. It is a type of sea slug with a soft body and unique colors. On its head, it has two big tentacles that look like rabbit ears, which help it sense chemicals in the water. These tentacles, along with other small ones near its mouth, help the sea hare find food and sense its surroundings. Floating sperm whale. A group of fishermen were fishing at sea when they noticed some sharks swimming rapidly in a certain direction. Curious to know where they headed, they followed them, and within a few minutes, they discovered a huge sperm whale that had passed away, and now the sharks were preparing to eat it. They had never seen such a moment before, and were shocked at how quickly the sharks devoured such a huge whale.
Oh yeah, man, he's getting it all right.
Squid changing color. A fisherman caught a squid and amazed his fellow fishermen by changing its color. This happens because when a squid perceives a threat, such as a nearby predator or sudden disturbance, it can rapidly alter the color and pattern of its skin using specialized cells called chromatophores, which are located in their skin. This color change is part of their defensive strategy to avoid predators or potential harm. It's important to understand that simply touching it is unlikely to make it change color. It usually changes color in response to things they see or sense as threats around them, not just from physical contact. Unidentified creature. A sea expert exploring a Florida beach came across something different that he had never seen before. There was a really weird creature that was about the size of a big cannonball, but it had no face or legs. Surprisingly, it had 15 to 20 appendages that resembled those of a crab. He was shocked because he had never seen anything like that in his entire career. He tried to figure out what it was, but couldn't, and as he watched, the weird creature disappeared back into the water. Mysterious creature. A group of friends came to a beach in Japan to enjoy themselves but spotted something weird. A huge sponge-like creature, which is common there, but a huge one is rare. It wasn't moving at all, and they were confused about what it was and examined it from every angle to see if it was alive or not. They even poked it to see if it would react, but there was no response. They didn't bother it further and left out of curiosity. If anyone knows what it is, let me know in the comments sections. Mysterious wiggling creature. At Green Hills Beach in Sydney, people were shocked by a strange pile of clam-like creatures that washed up on the shore. Their creepy appearance puzzled the onlookers. People guessed that the creatures that weren't moving had probably perished after being taken out of the sea, while the ones still moving might have been near the end of their lives, but later it was confirmed by the experts that these are called gooseneck barnacles. They usually live deep in the sea, far from the coast. Therefore, the majority of the people are not familiar with their appearance. Be it a whale or, in this case, a log, these sticky creatures get attached to anything they find. Creepy seal. A man was conducting research on the beach when he saw something that complicated his research. He saw the body of a seal, but it was not ordinary. Its face was scary, like an evil creature. Its body color was also different from normal seals, and he was sure that there was something unusual in the sea causing this to happen. He thoroughly explored it, but couldn't exactly figure out why it looked this way, and the mystery remained unsolved. If you have any explanation, let me know in the comments below. Creepy whale's gut. Not the whale itself, but this time only its guts were what shocked the people. Spotted by a beachgoer, this strange creature baffled the minds of onlookers until they realized that it was actually a whale's gut. Now, no one knows exactly what happened, but usually when a whale dies, a huge number of sea animals, including sharks and several other small fish, begin the feast. And once they are done, the carcass continues to float. Only this time, the stomach was left. The subscriber's pick. And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. In a small town in Florida, locals observed something creepy near a river. They saw strange bubbling in the river and some eerie water splashing out. When they approached closer, they spotted a headless alligator, which terrified them.
Doing this and violently killing these animals can come after anybody.
They instantly informed the authorities, and the alligator was removed from the area for further investigation. This incident spread a lot of fear in the area because dealing with such a powerful reptile is not easy for anyone. They thought there might be a river monster responsible for this and needed to be careful around this river. Monster fish. An Australian couple walking along a beach in Queensland were shocked when they came across the enormous remains of a fish that puzzled them. They couldn't understand what it was because its mouth was huge and the rest of its body was decomposing. However, when I searched it on YouTube, this creature resembled a giant grouper to me, as only they have the same large mouth and the exact giant body. One thing that triggers me is its weird condition, as it was decomposing in the worst way possible.